Hi, my name is Nick Rivera, aka Nickzter, and welcome to the very first episode of my cooking show. And today I'm going to be making sloppy joes, but with the taco twist. So you got sloppy joes and taco go together. It's a perfect combination. You're going to enjoy it. So let's get started. So what I'm doing is I'm prepping for to make the taco sloppy joes. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the pan so I could saute, and then I gotta put it for four so I could start sauteing. All right, and then I'm gonna start putting the onions into the pan so I could saute. And wait till it heats up and stuff. And and you know what? It's pretty easy to make. All you have to do is saute the onions. Then you gotta add the meat and stuff, and it's pretty simple. And then we'll go through it and stuff. So I'm sauteing my onion. Sauteing onions. Make sure it's you put it on 4 or maybe 5
That's a medium.
or yeah, that's medium. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And so okay, Just gonna- yeah, make sure it's sauteing. And then after the onions are sauteing, we gotta add the meat to it. And so oh, thank you, Mom. So, by the way, if you guys are by the way, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button below and give me your thumbs up because this is my very first episode for the cooking show that I'm doing. So, and if you guys could turn on your notifications on by hitting the bell, that would be great. That would be amazing. And if you guys have anything to say, like prayer requests or anything, please leave your comments below and we'll go from it. So anyway, I'm sauteing the onions and let's make sure it's evenly cooked, and then I could start adding the meat to it. Today I'm adding ground turkey, but you could add ground beef or ground chicken or ground pork. So make sure it's ground meat at least. So that's what I'm gonna do. And now, question: how long is it gonna take to saute the onions? Oof. Like
Probably a couple of minutes.
a couple minutes. Okay.
Until they're golden brown.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right. Oh, sorry. It's gonna wait till we can keep sauteing. All right. And just let me know when so I could start adding the meat to it. And keep sauteing it. Keep it cooking.
You know, when you see them golden brown.
Okay. Let me know if it's gold. I mean,
You could tell. You could tell.
all right.
Are you adding garlic to it or just?
Oh yes, I gotta have garlic. Oh my god, I have water.
It's okay.
Yeah, don't forget to add garlic to the onions.
So, how much onions did you put in there?
I put 1 whole onion. It could be big, could be small, but I did the bigger one, so that way it could give it flavor. So what I did with the onions is I chop them up,
Okay.
and then I put them in the round thing, so that way the onions will be completely chopped.
What's the round thing?
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Oh, the chopper.
The chopper.
Okay.
It when you pull it, it will it will like completely chopped up.
Okay.
Like in little pieces.
How much garlic did you put in?
I put like a little bit of it, like tablespoon. So you just saute the onions and the garlic. So make sure it's golden brown.
It's getting there.
So when you start adding the meat,
You can.
all right. So I'm gonna add the meat to it. And like I said, I'm doing turkey because it's more healthy than ground beef or ground pork.
How much meat are you putting in there?
I'm putting 2 pounds. So it's just 2 pounds of the meat for the ground meat, like ground turkey. And like I said, you could use ground beef, ground pork, ground chicken to go with it. So,
Okay.
And then that's, oh shoot, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens.
Hold on, I am so sorry.
Okay.
So that all right, so just combine to get just I cut the ground turkey into little pieces. Just do it like what I'm doing. So that way, once it gets golden brown, it's gonna go into little pieces of the meat. With the onions and the garlic.
And give it flavor?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna give it flavor. Then after when the meat turns brown, then I could start adding the taco seasoning to it.
Okay.
It has salt, pepper, and stuff, so we don't need to add more. We don't need to add more salt and pepper to it because it has salt, pepper, and stuff on it. So it's flavoring. It's not just the onions and the garlic. So, alright. Okay. You want me to turn up the
A little bit.
like 8?
No, 6.
6. Okay. All right, you can hear it sizzling. That means that the meat's starting to cook. So that's what we gotta do. So with the onions and the garlic, it gives it flavor. Okay.
Just mix it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, just keep sauteing it. Just make sure the meat turns golden brown.
What do you have in here?
It's black beans, so
Okay.
you could serve the sloppy joes with the taco twist with black beans and white rice.
And that's going to be separate?
Yes,
Okay.
that goes with the meal.
Okay.
So, yeah, just keep cutting those ground meat in pieces and just let it cook, let it do its sizzling thing. So,
Yeah, you got to mix up the onions a little better right there.
yeah, that's what
There you
I'm
go.
doing.
Oh, there it goes. It's cooking.
Yeah, you could hear it. You could hear it start cooking. Okay. Just keep mixing it, the meat with the onions and garlic. Just give it flavor. Yeah, you can hear.
I hear it.
Yep, it's starting to cook right now. You see, now just make sure the meat mixture is golden brown. It cannot be pink because you're gonna get sick if you like serve it like that. You don't want to do that. So
Yeah, you want it to be cooked right.
right, just making sure it's perfect, like right to cook all the way. So. Now, if you don't want to do taco seasoning, you could add salt, pepper, and paprika and stuff, or chili powder. You could put in. I rather put the taco seasoning so it gives a taco flavor with the meat and the meat mixture. So,
are you adding anything else to it?
once it's fully cooked, I could start adding the taco seasoning in there, and then I'm gonna start adding the tomatoes in there.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. So.
Right there.
It's starting to be brown already. Just keep mixing it up. Just it will turn brown. Just
Okay, we're gonna pause here for a moment.
okay. All right, so the meat is fully cooked right now, but it's about to be fully cooked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the taco seasoning to it. Yeah, gives it flavor. Gives a Mexican taco dish flavor. And then I'm gonna add the tomatoes. Hold on 1 second. You gotta stir up. Before you add the tomatoes, you gotta stir up the meat mixture and the taco seasoning, just to make sure that all the meat it has the taco seasoning. So at least you gotta mix it up real good before you add the tomatoes to it. So you gotta make sure.
Now, what kind of tomatoes?
It's diced tomatoes, and if you want, you could use fire roasted tomatoes or petite tomatoes or crushed. That's fine. That's up to you. At least you have to put tomatoes in the meat mixture, so that way it's like you're making it's a sloppy joes, but it's gonna be a taco twist to it. So just make sure the meat mixtures with the taco seasoning.
Okay.
Looks real good. Okay, you want me to add the tomatoes? All right, now we're gonna add the tomatoes to it. It's 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and just be careful. Okay, come on. Try to be careful. Okay, that's 1. And there's 2. Got a little tomato left. Hold on 1 second. Alright, so we're going to mix together with the tomatoes and the meat mixture. So that way, and then it has to be fully cooked before we add the cheese to it. Can't have tacos without cheese, and then once you put the cheese on it, then leave it for I don't know how long, like how many minutes, so the cheese will start to melt. Okay. All right. Okay. Make sure it's mixed real good. I didn't even know there was big pieces of the tomatoes, but if you want, you could cut them up.
Those were diced tomatoes?
Yes, those are diced tomatoes. So,
Smells amazing.
thank you. And that's why I'm making sloppy joes with a taco twist to it. So, oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Let it cook, and before we put the cheese on it.
And how much cheese are you putting on there?
Well, I'm gonna put like a bag. If you want to put 2 bags to get more cheesy, then that's fine. And like I said, I got 2 bags of the cheese.
Okay.
Make sure. All right, this is the bag of cheese I'm gonna put in with the meat mixture and the tomatoes. So make sure it's Mexican. Make sure it's Mexican. You don't. It doesn't have to be just Kraft or anything. You can get it. If you want, you can get it if you want to do less economical, like to. So this is what we're gonna put on top of the meat mixture. So that way, it will.
What size is that bag?
It is 8 ounce. This is 8 ounce, and so that is where I'm gonna put on top of the meat mixture. So
Okay.
just let it cook for a little bit until I start putting the cheese on top. I don't know, do you think I could start adding the cheese now to it?
If you'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, all around this, the cheese all around.
You put the whole thing in there, right?
Yeah, you could put the whole thing to it, so that way, at least you have cheese on top of the meat mixture. So, okay, I'm gonna put a little more to it, but it doesn't have to be 2 whole packs. You could do a pack and then the half of it, so that way it at least gets the cheese to it. Okay. All right, a little more to it. All right, and then I will put the rest in the refrigerator for another time. All right. Yeah, I got it. All right, just make sure that the cheese is melted together before you start serving. So this is the last part, and then it'll be done before we start serving. And I gotta go check on the hold on a second.
So what else is gonna go with it? What is this called?
This is called a sloppy Joe taco, or taco sloppy Joe. And then, hold on, I'm gonna add something to give it a crunch.
Are you gonna add it in the meat?
Yeah, so,
What if people don't want the crunch?
well, we could put it on the side.
Maybe they could have a choice and just put it on the side. How's
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's a good idea. So you can't have a taco without the tortilla chips. They'll
That's
give it a
true.
crunch.
That's
But
right.
if you don't like it crunchy, that's fine. I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna put the chips into the meat mixture and the
All right,
cheese.
you could put it on the side. That's right.
So we can put it on the side if you want crunch. If you don't, it's okay. If you
Okay.
don't do that.
Sounds good.
So
Okay, so we have that.
then we got shredded lettuce. If you want lettuce to go with it, that's fine. And then, hold on. You gotta add some sour cream to your taco. So that will be.
So everybody could have their choice of putting
Yeah.
whatever they want on it
Oh, absolutely.
after that.
Right, absolutely.
That sounds good.
Thank you. And then, hold on. Well, if you want olives to go with it, that would be fine. If not, it's okay. I got green olives, so if you want black olives, you could put black olives in. If not, if green is your option, then that's fine. Or if you don't like olives, then you don't have to put it on your sloppy Joe taco or taco sloppy Joe. So
Okay, so those are all the sides over there?
yes, and then I gotta mix the white rice.
Okay, so we'll come back. We'll wait till everything's done, and we'll
Yes.
come back.
Okay. Now everything's done. So now the cheese is melted with the meat mixture, the meat and the tomatoes. It's now ready to be served. So I just put the white rice and black beans on the side with the sloppy Joe taco twist to it. So I'm gonna serve right now. Okay, make sure it's at least with the cheese and stuff with the meat mixture. And you can add tomatoes if you want. If not, it's okay. Well, that's up to you if you want lettuce on it. So then add sour cream to it. You gotta have sour cream with your taco. Also, I would love to put green olives onto the sloppy Joe. And I like to give it a crunch. Tortilla chips. So taco is the tortilla chips with it. So, all right, here we go. Gotta get some crunch to it. All right, here we go. That's 2 thumbs up. That was really good. That is a sloppy Joe with a taco twist to it. So let me know what you think. Like I said, leave your comments below. If you are new to the channel, just hit the subscribe button below and turn on your notification by hitting the bell. Give me your thumbs up, and that will do it. My name is Nick Rivera, aka Nickzter, and enjoy the sloppy Joe with a taco twist to it. So enjoy and peace out.